Hi, Sam. Great to have you back with us. I know that we actually worked fairly recently together, so it hasn't been that long since we caught up, which is pretty cool. But for everyone here, this is like a wee challenge just to share what I get up to, or do I actually make any difference to anybody's lives at all? So
Yeah.
I just want you to share with me, or share actually with the people who are listening, why on earth did you come and see me, and what was it for, and kind of like, how did we end up catching up?
Well, I came to see you because I was kind of lost and didn't know what I was doing next year, or didn't really have any something to work towards.
Yeah.
So then I came and saw you, and now I'm all ready.
I love
Sorted.
that. Sorted.
Is that good?
Like that. Yeah, that's great. But,
Okay.
how did you know about me, Sam? How did you get to
Um,
think that I might help?
Moving to the Hawke's Bay for 2 years and being in the hockey community, I met Sally and and her son, Will.
Yeah, and how did Henry get? Because actually, I think if I remember rightly, I coached Henry before I did you. So
Yeah,
kind of like your big brother who hung out with
yeah,
you.
yeah. So you coached Henry, and then Mum talked to me about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a go." And here I am.
Was that a good decision, or was it a bad decision? Like, because you're like, yeah,
Great.
I'll give it a go. Was it great?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you came because you said, actually, Sally, I'm at school, everything's going well, good at my hockey, good at my sport, but I've got no idea what I want to do after school. Is that
Yeah.
all you wanted to find out? Like, was that your thing? It was like, come on, is that what you wanted to know?
That's not really all I wanted to know. I wanted to know how I learn in class and how my brain functions. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And okay, so tell me, having hung out with me, what did you get out at the end? Did you get to know what you wanted to do? What did you get out of
Yep.
it? What's been good?
So I now know that I want to study at Christchurch and study sport coaching because that's what I'm passionate about. And what was the rest of it? The question?
I love you. So you know what you want to do. Anything
Yeah.
else that you got out? So you've got a clear direction on what you want to do. Bingo. That's what you came
Oh,
for.
yeah. So I
Anything
now know
else?
that how I learn in class that I need to ask a lot of questions because then I get stuck and then I won't learn.
I love it. So for you to go to uni and do what you're doing, part of it means that if you are able to be interactive, which sports science will be able to give you that, and that's sport and rec, you'll be able to have that interactive time.
Yeah,
Plus, as you know, it blends all your fitness and your lovely. So you've got interpersonal and your kinesthetic as your dominant pillars. And so it's like,
yeah,
oh, yes, this works
yeah,
for me, which is super.
yeah.
Tell me,
It's good.
just off the record, how did your exams go?
This year I actually didn't have any because the the subjects I was taking led to me not having any because I already passed the year before the exams.
So you're
So
into uni, job done, got to the uni you want to do, got to this
in
course
my
you want
hall,
to do, all done.
yeah,
How good does that feel?
it feels pretty good. I've got weights off my shoulders quite a bit. Just
Yeah,
relax until next year.
yeah. Because you know what you want to do, you've got in, and everything's sorted.
Yeah,
Boom. That is exciting.
yeah.
And so what are you doing over your holidays? What are you doing to set yourself up? Because it's not just about what you're going to do at uni. What are you
Yeah.
doing to set yourself up so that you go to uni and you're on fire?
So I'm well, going to the gym every day helps me with knowing my body parts and all that,
Yep.
and keeping fit for hockey next year. And yeah, and working hard so I can have a bit of freedom down there and yeah, get some money.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent. Okay. Anything else you want to share with me? Or actually, to be fair, we know each other quite well, but anything that
yeah,
you want to share to somebody who was sitting in your shoes. So if you imagine where you were when you came and hung out with me, sort of mid U13, who was that person? Who was that Sam? And what would you say to somebody who was sitting there who was that, Sam, and what would you say to that person now if they were thinking about
I feel
coaching?
like that Sam was trying to be someone who he wasn't. Like, I feel like I was really like faking who I was and like trying to blend in. But like now I don't really care what people think of me and how I do things. So feel free.
Yes! Oh my goodness, Sam, that's gold. Woo! Just made my heart sing. But do you know what? It's really interesting. I caught up with another gorgeous young girl who's just finished her first year at uni yesterday. No,
Yeah.
Friday, I think it was. Yeah, Friday for the weekend. And I hadn't realized that one of the pieces of gold that she had picked up, and you tell me whether this is the same for you or not, but she had been trying, as you just said, to fit in. Like she'd just been trying to kind of do what everybody else did, or just be do the best that she possibly could.
Yeah.
And after she'd finished coaching with me, she realized she was much better off just carving her path in the lane that she's uniquely made for, doing her thing that drives her. And what she's found is not only is she free, which as you've just said, I feel free, but instead of wanting to be friends with everybody wants to be friends with her. So what she's actually found is, as she's chilled and as she's started to carve her own path, she said she's almost become like a friend magnet. Like everything seems to have fallen, all the things she wanted, because she's doing her thing and she's fitting together with people rather than fitting in. She's like, oh my goodness, this is just so good.
Letting it happen, not worrying.
Yeah. So would that relate to would that relate to you? Would you say you're now fitting together in where you go rather than fitting in, and you're now carving your own path? Is that what you would say?
Yeah. I've kind of like split waves with most of my friends now because they're on like full-time jobs. So I'm just doing my own thing.
Cool. But you're still keeping in touch with them. You guys are still doing your stuff. You're just carving your own path, ready for uni next year.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just trying to do what I want first, and then
it falls into place. Oh, actually, tell me, how are you guys going to continue your clothing business?
We haven't really came to that yet. We think it might be a good idea because we're all like over New Zealand.
Yeah.
So it might like actually get like a bit of a thing going, but we're not too sure yet.
Awesome. Well, I hope that you guys, because you did such a good job together, that when you guys come back together in Taupo in the in the university holidays and things, that you put stuff together and then you get running with it. It'll be a great little passive income for you guys while you're at uni. Because if you get all that done and the money comes in and you've got all your uni mates that you can market to.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's going to be a winner. Awesome. So Sam, just thank you for taking the time to just hang out with me and share with others what you got out of coaching with me. Please keep in touch because you'll know I want to hear how things are going. It's been a joy to coach you, and I'll have fun trying to catch up with your big bro too.
Oh, good.